what did I get from the garbage centre? Not more sifting sweet peas. Actually, no, I didn't. I got some coffee, because I haven't got any coffee, and it's bank holiday, isn't it? Everyone else has gone to the pub. I bought some coffee. I'm doing this whole purple is the key thing. You know me. So I got the purple one. It's not really nice as well. So I got a fruit loaf because it's bank holiday. I won't bother showing you that though. That's not what I went for. I'm just showing you what I got. And I got, what did I go up for? Sweet peas, but I didn't get any in the end. I got these instead. These darlings. The Misa. They look like little sweet peas, don't they? Little ground ones. And Lilac Queen. Now, how did I choose? I know I've already got some, but I really like these. I hope the dews in there. I thought I'd treat myself to one pot. I chose them because there was a hoverfly, and it was sitting between two colours, and this was one of them. But then I picked this one up, so I had to get it. I couldn't choose between two, so I had to get the other one another day. So purple is the key. The hoverflies wanted me to get that one. I don't know if it's because it's just been watered, but that's how I chose that. And I was thinking about this purple is the key thing and looking around the garden. Maybe I don't have enough purple in the garden at the moment. I need it just to bring something out of something. I don't really know. I also got some peas for the damn mice, for the mouse game. I've tucked some away already. I got this time early variety, Mr. Fothergill, dwarf plants, long season, Kelvin and Wonder, now well-filled pods. So May to June, harvest May to October. Lucky old mouse. I didn't get those last time. I got some kale for the kale gates. I'll give you kale. She's trying to sneak in the kale gates. So I decided to get some kale for the kale gates. I got a different one to last time. Because it doesn't seem to have grown. So I got actually no, I didn't know if I got this one last time. No, I did Toscana. When am I going to do that? Well, I've put it in this old fig jar as a roundy round, and then I've put peas around the outside of that, and a magic bean in the middle, so I don't know what's going to come. That's too much for that pot. Well, it might be. I've stuck the old, what's that thing called? Garden sieve on top of it, so hopefully that'll keep the darling mouse out of the peas anyway. I can always move them if they grow. And on the way home in a skip, I found that old blue washing up bowl, so I decided to bring that home because I thought that'd be good for standing something in. A plant of some sort. How could somebody throw that away? What a piece of treasure. So I could and some spring onions. I decided to get some more of those for healthy eating. I might even put them in that blue bucket. But I decided to get these ones because they had a red and white mix in there. A mix of red and white spring onions. I just got red ones last time, so it was hard to choose. Dolly was trying to make me choose other things like broad beans, and there were songs playing on the radio saying "You'll never fail" or something. It's like, oh, do you know what? And look at your knees and things like that. I wanted to get damn peas though. I'm on a damn pea mission. I may get some broad beans next time. Don't know. I had broad beans last year. I've got a feeling like black flies or something go on them. They did okay, and I did like them, and I liked eating the shoots as well. But I just had I was determined to get peas anyway, so I did. I like the flowers on broad beans though. That's why I got them last year. That's what I got as well. The thing I wanted to show you. I don't know what I've done with it already. I got some green manure. I was thinking originally to chuck it round the apple tree. I had some before, like a clover one, and I just decided to get it. But I got the purple one again. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of fun. So I've just thrown it all around the garden like a little wildflower thing. Green manure. The leaves are kind of fun. Hardy annual. So that's going to take over the place, but it might fill up a space. I've just scattered it around like fairy sprinkles. So that's going to look posh, isn't it? That's going to look posh. What's this? This is lovely. Yes, you can have some of that. I've grown it from a seed. It's, what's it called? Felicia Tano Ace Titty Folia. So I got some of that. And guess what I just saw in the garden? A little blue butterfly. I'm going to say common blue rather than a holly blue, but it's pretty nice to have it in the garden. I do occasionally come. And this morning, I saw my first damselfly, the red one, and I couldn't get a chance to take a picture of it. So that's pretty cool. And I can hear them going, how the hell she got those in the garden? They were a river bug. I know. I told you, when I first had the pond, I was down the river, and I was watching them lay eggs on a bit of grass. So I snatched a bit and brought it home, and then hung it over the pond. That might be why. There's blue ones come as well, so I've got red ones and blue ones. And then the hawkers that now fly over from up the road, which I'm hoping will eventually lay in this pond, one of these ponds anyway. They may have done it already, without me knowing. So there. That's why the hornet won't stick around. They're terrified of dragonflies. Terrified of them. They can't stand them. They give them the willies. Well, there we go. We'll wait and see, won't we? It's going to be aerial displays all around. Now I've got for today, I've written a note on the fridge the other day saying, oh, I'll tell you what I found as well. This green crawling caterpillar thing. I watched it drop off something over here. I don't know if it's a lacebug larva. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but I just like to think I didn't do anything with it. I just watched it crawl under there. And what I've got to do today is go and hack the top off the hedge in the front garden that's gone wilding up to my neighbour's bathroom window, so all the spiders and mice can crawl through into his window. I'm just going to chop the top of it, to be honest. So it is a hedge. And basically before it gets too big to tackle. I've got to do that. I wrote a note on the fridge the other day saying clean the fridge, but you know what? I might do that later on. The tree won't chop itself down there. You want to see my fancy bolo again? My bolo jacket. I just decided to put it on earlier on because it was that changeable. I thought it was going to be cold. I used to cover my old tangle bow up from these old Andy. These are supposed to be crossback dungarees, which I like, but they're real pain to take on and off. So I just do them in a little holster, and you can just pop it over your head if you need to. And then I made a little jacket out of this old dress. I love this dress. I bought it before from a charity shop, in case I needed to look tidy for anything. But you know what? The front's too low. You have to wear like a polo neck underneath it or something. And then it just like wafts about. It's probably made for a smaller person, a flat-chested person or something. Or just somebody who's not as big as me, a smaller. What size is it? Oh, I don't know. I pulled the label out. I tried that first of all. It's nice though, but you could still wear it like this as a drapey one if you wanted to over something else. But I don't need to show you how to do it. You just put it round like that. First of all, I had it draping down like this as a thing, and then I just thought I'd fiddle with it a bit and make it into a rolled around thing, like some sort of. I know it doesn't look as good now. Just pulled it out a bit like that, but I did it differently when I was going out. I made more of an effort, but it was quicker. It just works. It just worked the first time, so I kept it on. That's why I don't like to throw anything away. You never know it's going to be useful, do you? For a change of outfit or something. It's the sort of thing you could take to the beach, isn't it? If you wanted to, like a day to evening costume or something. capsule dressing. I was thinking about capsule dressing when I was on the way back from the garden centre. It's like red pill or the blue pill. What's you been taking to wear that? Anyway, yeah, I know you wanted to hear about it, so I've told you. I'll tell you what though, you want to see the fruitcake? It had a cherry in it. Like, I've not had a cake with cherry in for a long time. Because I don't really buy fruitcakes usually. And I tried to squash it in this old biscuit tin to stop the mice getting it, but I haven't done it properly. And I can't shut the lid because there's still 2 biscuits in. Take the biscuits out, and I couldn't decide how to do it in case I need compartments or something. I've only got 1 biscuit left. I nearly went back to buy another packet of biscuits today, but I didn't. I did this instead. I just switched around. I put some money in different tills today. You have to be fair, don't you? You have to be fair to all the children. Treat them all equally. Otherwise they start getting annoyed, don't they? La, 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 la. Why do you call it the garbage centre? It's funny. I was talking to my friend, my neighbour that got right the other day, my friendly neighbour. There's lots of reasons. It's just one of those things you say. And it's like when you're, I don't know, when you're an adult or anyone and you don't want people to come with you, you just say you're going somewhere different, don't you? Like the garbage centre could be anywhere. Then we're all going up the tip. Everyone wants to go if you want to go to the tip, aren't they? But can we come to the tip with you? I suppose. So if you make it sound less appealing, they want to come. Oh, come on, we're going somewhere really fun. No, we go to the garbage centre. See you later. That's all. I love a garbage centre. It's funny. It's just funny. I'm going to buy some garbage. I'm going to buy some garbage for a garden. So I did. More stuff just to chuck around. I love Namisa though. I managed to keep some alive from last year. Do you remember? I'll show you. It's the stuff that clung onto the front wall out the front, which I probably still could have another go at fixing that together. But this piece I dragged out. It was still alive earlier, the other week actually. And stuck it in a pot to recapture it, as they used to say. So that's an overspill from last year. But this is brilliant. I love it because if you pull bits off, or you can just stick them in, it roots really easily. So I did loads of that last year when it was growing, because it would get quite tall when you just like snap bits off, and some bits would go in vases and some bits would just get poked into the ground to make new plants. But that seems to be the only bit that's left over from last year. I went mad on it last year. Mad than I have on sweet peas this year, and bought loads of different flavours. One was called rhubarb and custard. I can't remember what the others are called, but I've got loads of them anyway. They're sort of a bit like stop talking about them. They're kind of a cross between pansies, snapdragons and sweet peas, aren't they? I just think they're adorable. I want to show you again. Namisa, Lilac Queen. Oh, I'll tell you what else I saw as well. And I was almost tempted. I was talking to the plants in the shop saying a clematis, such a nice one. It was Duchess of Wessex I really wanted to get in the end. And I was thinking I could just pull this one up, chuck it in the compost. This old stupid purple one, this boring old deep purple one, and get that really nice Duchess of Wessex one. I was first of all drawn in by there was one that looked like a moonflower. It was sort of a pale bluey colour, and then I saw the other Duchess of Wessex one. It's like, oh, do you know what? That's the one I want, to be honest. So that one I might put it somewhere else. I might put that one out the front. to brighten up the front a bit. If I get the other one, I'll wait and see. I don't know. It's one of the funs about having things mostly in pots. You can just keep moving them around, so you decide where to put them forever. But there's not much deep roots there because it's on a brick, I think. Which is why it's not quite properly into the ground. So there we go. The garbage centre. What else? I couldn't really spend much more time looking around because I was on a budget. I had a bank holiday budget left over in my little buckskin wallet. Somebody was going, why has she got buckskin vegan? Blah, blah. I'm not vegan partly, but do you know what? I got this at Easter, didn't I? For Ostara. And she's a bit like the Native American thing of, honouring the whole everything. So I got it for that. I managed to justify it that way anyway. I fancied a buckskin wally bag. I wanted one, so I got it. It's true. I'm just going to finish this coffee and maybe have one more cup of coffee, and then I'll go and deal with that great obelisk of greenery in the front garden. Purple draws the eye, I suppose. And then I'll work out what colour to put in next. More purple? Maybe. I don't know, because I put those, not gardenia, what are they called? Them other things in. They're yellow and orange, aren't they? That headache. The headache weed. What's it called? That marigold thing. I forgot what it's called. So there, I didn't get any sweet peas, so brownie points for me. And that's it, to be honest, I think. Why did I put that old tin pot up there? I put some walnuts in it for the birds to sneak into, because I found a walnut seed on the middle of a garden. I thought I'll just squash that old tin into I don't know. I don't really know what else to do with it, to be honest. I've tried putting plants in it before, and I don't know. It just didn't end up staying in them. So I just hung it up there. It was hanging somewhere else the other day with bulbs in it, but then the hook fell off. So I've just made it into a bird feeder at the moment. Hey, there's that blue butterfly again. I've got to put honeysuckle out the front over. Do you know, I was thinking about putting the hops plant out the front as well, actually. Don't put the hops out the front. You have people hopping over all the time. I had someone hopping over the other day. I was watching them out the window. I don't really mind. It was fun. I'll tell you what else I was thinking as well. Oh God, they say no. You know how I'm going to use this as an example. Let's do it with this one around here. Why have I put the dock in a pot? Well, it just makes it feel special, doesn't it? There's an old broken pot and I put it around the dock here. So that one can stay. That's like its presentation bowl. But these things, what are they called? Seed heads, bulbets. They kind of drop, don't they? At the distance they want to be from the other plant. It's pretty clever. Is that how you work out where they're going to go? They just fall by themselves, don't they? And lean towards where they want to be. So it's leaving them at the moment. and cut. I'll just go them. What about the flies? I don't really know. I'll tell you what though, because I had that bowl of old dandelions sitting on the cooker the other day, seaching away, that I was just going to rinse these for dinner, and then I didn't because they went brown, and then the flies started coming in. I decided if I put it outside, maybe the flies would come outside. I don't really know. And now the flies seem to have been outside at the moment, but it's probably because I've not been inside checking. They are though, look, they're all around outside. The friend who gave me that old ginger plant, he had this, I don't know what the plant was called, but he said you're supposed to put this away from where you're working because the flies are attracted to it. The bit I had died, probably because I don't do any work. I don't know. So you can get plants that attract flies and then you put them where you want the flies to be, I suppose. I don't really know. I'm just going to leave that stuff in the guts for now. I'll pull it out later on. It'll be easy enough to do. It gives the birds something to poke around in. The guts still work though because my thing's always overflowing. I find the ladle as well and try and poke that tile back on. The ladle's gone. Stick what? Stick it in an old plastic bag because there's a crack in it. And then stick it on. It'll be fine. It'll probably be better than new. Probably will be actually. Cover it in tin foil, make a nice noise when the rain rolls down the roof. And the magpies can use it as a mirror. Marvin Armchair, she said that she'd... Tell you what as well, please do this thing. Those old pansies that I chucked out the other day in my why are cabbages called little kings? Well, because they have a crown, don't they? Treat them like little cabbages, little kings. Cabbages have a crown. These pansies I chucked, look, I just poked them down there out of the pot. They seem to be doing all right, actually, don't they? I thought they'd be nice calling. They could be little rock pansies, can't they? And then I chucked some round here as well. Just in this used to be a lamp, but I found it in a bush. These were quite a thing. And I stuck a bean in the middle. I'm sticking magic beans everywhere. Just, I don't know, for the magic, really. See if it helps. But they're currently in there. If they start to look... I think pansies don't mind being in a slightly scabby place. They don't, do they? I found them growing in weird places before. So I could always drag them out, put them out. Then I'll put a few in there as well. So that's where they're going to be this year. I don't know what that is. That thing's just growing. I think this is, that I showed you, didn't I? That predator thing, because it's got like a little carrot leaf on it, the wild carrots, so that'd be good around the pond. Where did I find that growing? There was a patch of it down there. I must have just I chucked it freely all over the place, but I haven't found any more that's come up. I tried to put some over the back there. I thought that would be a good place for it to be. It seems to have grown. But do you know what? There we go. That'll be a space for something different. Hurry up and get your saw out the front before the weather changes. I'll have a cup of coffee first. I like that butt as this, it's kind of the same shape as that old mushroom thing, isn't it, the other way? It's like a little umbrella space. So there, right. Make more mushrooms out of things. Mushrooms out of anything. Look, I made one here. This one here with an old saucer on. This was a mushroom the other day. You could just put a plant pot on top of that and make it into a mushroom, couldn't you? Easily. What do you put in it? I don't know. Things that want to go in a mushroom house, probably. Stop messing around. I was thinking about putting peas in it. More peas, more damn peas. They like it in a mushroom house. They're fairy plants. They could grow out the holes in the top. They'd force themselves through. I don't know, that's big enough actually. That just looks like a, I don't know what. Look, it's drowned by its own hat. Perfect. According to who? Jeremy the squat plant holder. Right. I keep looking at these roses as well that I'm trying to root. I put them on the roses like to be on the table. I got them to root before on the table. The old sticks. An old table in the garden, like a vase. Sometimes it forces them to grow. Not always. Did before. It might do. It'd be nice, wouldn't it, if they tried? Right. I'm going.